Hey, welcome back, Skittle Squad. This is Kelvin here once again. Of course, you guys are back here for another Dungeon Quest video, and this time we will be doing Warrior versus Mages, Mage versus Warriors. So what I'm going to do in this video is give you guys an idea on how mages are, how warriors are in boss raids, and let you decide for yourself based on my runs and how my performance is when it comes to which class you can be and which class is better for boss raids in Dungeon Quest. Of course, before I begin this video, you know what to do, guys. It's always the same. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications, and of course, go check out the group. And represent. Without further ado, let's get this party started. And here we are, folks, standing in front of the advanced dummy for the, I think, third time this week so far. So it's actually not that bad, but I do want to show you guys this mage and how it works so we can compare it to the warriors a little bit, even right before the run. I open up my inventory and I have a maxed out mage loadout right here. I have the Inventor's Mage Helmet +7 from tier 7, 124k spell power. We have the Inventor's Mage Armor +7, 123k spell power. And then we have a +7 Hextech Overlord Staff, the legendary, for 1,027,28k. Two skills I'll be using specifically for boss raids is Orb of Destruction. It summons an orb to rain down destruction upon nearby enemies and then explodes. And then we have Pulse Waves, fire multiple energy waves and gives you a movement speed. So one skill is from boss raids, it doesn't matter what tier you do, you can grab it from there. One skill is from Insane Steampunk Sewers. I do believe these two skills are the most desirable skills for boss raids right now, simply because of the fact that one gives you a big burst, one gives you a big speed. I know people out there who could be suggesting Chromatic Rain, and I gave that a try too, but I'll tell you, these two skills, in my point of view, based on how I use it, is what I think is the two you should juggle between to decide on what you guys want to use. Anyways, guys, time to test out the damage. Orb of Destruction. So my Orb of Destruction does around 15 billion, 13 billion, does a 30 billion burst at the very end. And then my Post Wave gives me a movement speed, of course, 9.1, 9.6 bill, just shy of 10 bill. So when you tick 4 times, that's a pretty decent 40 bill damage, or 50 bill. I don't really remember how many times it hit, so whatever. But that's not the point, guys. In my point of view, for mages, these two skills are the skills most people would juggle between because speed does give you a lot of advantage. In my point of view, guys, I do believe these two skills are the most desirable, just simply because of the fact that one is a brand new skill that does decent damage, pretty good damage, and one is a speed skill, the best speed skill out there. Tomorrow I will be doing a speed first power for both classes, so stay tuned for that. So make sure you guys really do turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on that video. Anyways, let's go hop on the warrior and see my stats for it. And now we are on the warrior. I hope some of you already noticed already. I've been kind of putting my HP stamina points around 16. I didn't show it for the mages, guys, but you can tell from the HP, if you rewind back a little bit, that I'm around shy of 3.5 million. I do believe that's the perfect cap because of 3.5 million being just that perfect number to be able to take 2 hits and not die immediately. And you'll see in my runs that 2 hits is quite important. You don't want it to be anywhere lower than 3.5 million HP, at least not by a lot. So once again, I'm going to open up my inventory and show you guys I have a maxed out warrior loadout, a +7 Inventor's Warrior Helmet, 125k. We have an Inventor's Warrior Armor +7, 120k. My legendary is a dual Bioforge drill +7, 1,032,000. So basically, as you can see, it is a maxed out +7 tier, the best possible loadout set that you can use. And the two skills I will be using is the brand new Explosive Punch. It's really OP for a lot of scenarios. It channels out power into your fist, release of a Mighty Punch, scales with physical power. And then we have Arrow Rain. It calls down a rain of arrows and gains a movement speed, scales with physical power. So both of these skills also represent the same thing when it comes to the mages. One skill specifically is a high burst, new update from boss raid skill, while one skill is from Steampunk Sewers Insane, which gives you a speed boost, the best one out there actually. And the reason I'm using this once again is because one skill is the new skill and everyone wants to use it, while the other skill is the more safe, the more common skill that most people will use when it comes to just doing boss raids in general. Alright, so let's go test out some of our damage. I'm gonna throw my Explosive Punch first. 61 billion, so it did quite a lot of damage. A lot of you guys probably saw that. Let's do it again. 60 billion damage, so it's a pretty high burst. And the cooldown's not bad either, 3-second cooldown. So there is a bit of a cast time to it. So it does have its benefits when there's a cast time, but at the same time, you're not doing an immediate burst. So this is my arrow rain right here, 5.9, 5.7 billion. From what I can tell, guys, at least for the speed skill, I do more ticks on a warrior at a lower damage rate, while the mage skill does less ticks but higher damage. And then for the new skill, the warrior skill pretty much did a single burst, while the mage one did a few ticks before a final burst. So I guess it's time, everyone. We're gonna go hop into some dungeon runs. Obviously, guys, once again, for dungeon runs, I don't really like to talk too much in between. I pretty much just play some music and let you guys concentrate and focus on the gameplay. So far, so good. Thank you very much for watching those raids, guys. I know it was a little tough when it comes to watching me go in circles, trying to survive that way. I do want to give you guys a few tips when it comes to trying to beat raids for each of the classes. As a mage, as you can tell, I don't have too much range skill, so I do have to get a little close and personal, which means that you do have to rotate a little better, a little closer, like an orbiting Earth around the sun to do your best damage. And definitely pay attention to those minions. Sometimes you do want to hold off on your speed skill so that you would have that speed to get away from the enraged minions. So there are people out there in the comments below in one of my previous videos that said I gave false information that you don't need a speed skill. I think that guy's an idiot. Alright, you heard it from me firsthand. That guy's an idiot. You cannot solo a boss raid without a speed skill because you'll die. The minions go enrage. They will outrun you. They will destroy you. There's too much AoE. You need a speed skill. And of course, guys, as a warrior, you do have range, which means you could stay back a little bit, but do understand that yes, staying back means that you can get away from the minions a little better. The bigger circles do land a little further outside of the boss range, which means you will most likely die from that. And in my point of view, I think both classes were quite equal in these runs. Well, regardless, guys, I do have one more issue to bring up, and that's obviously one that we've been talking about all this time. And it's pretty much the freaking boss raids. I think at this point, I don't know how to feel about Dungeon Quest right now. It's not that I hate Dungeon Quest or dislike it. I just don't know where the future of Dungeon Quest is going to be, because of the fact that boss raids are so exclusive to higher levels, and the lower levels, anybody that's not 125 is literally unable to do it. I don't know what strategy VCafe was aiming for. There's definitely more than 50% of the players in the game right now that is actually under level 125 at this point. I don't know if this is going to frustrate them, if it's actually going to motivate them to really try to come up and do boss raids. But I do think at the end of the day, VCafe should be thinking for lower levels too, and making a boss raid for maybe level 70s or 30s, give them a chance, and maybe they know how to play the game. Because if this keeps up and VCafe only keeps pushing out updates for higher levels, lower levels who have a disadvantage are mobile because of maybe mobile is a bit more laggy, or maybe just people who have real life obligations. Maybe you have a job, maybe you have a part-time job, maybe you have school, maybe you have extra classes, and you just don't have the time to spend to level yourself, to catch up every single update. And this might demoralize you and make you not want to play the game anymore. So for the future of Dungeon Quest, please be happy. If you do see this video, please reconsider about letting lower levels do a boss raid, or even just pushing out more updates to favor lower levels. Like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video or found it helpful in any way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.